Champions League first leg semi-finals has just ended and Arsenal has lost by 0-1. Arsenal nil, PSG 1, and they have a lead to take back to Paris. And I'll get into the breakdown of the game in a minute, but let's give my respect to PSG and well played, and ultras were just bouncing and going crazy on the away end, and it was a very good game of football. It was very tactical. It was matched pretty well by PSG, even though they were the away side. And yeah, well played. And okay, so I'll get into the game now. Arsenal started off very slow. It was PSG who was in the ascendancy, and they were very good and direct, and they were using their wingers to bomb all the way forward, and they were interchanging and overlapping. We already saw this in Liverpool game, and that is exactly what they did. And the goal came on from Dembele dropping as a false nine to the midfield, receiving a ball from Pacho. So that is the central line, the defense line, and the midfield was broken through, and then he progressed it, even though there were like four men and two midfielders behind the ball. He passed it on to Kvaratskhelia, who was also moving forward with purpose towards the goal, and he cuts in back to Dembele, and he finished it first time with his left foot, kissing the inside of the post and going in. So there you go. So 1-0 to PSG in the third minute of the game, and PSG had so many questions unanswered in first 20 minutes that I was very surprised. Arsenal was not doing anything to PSG, and we just don't know how to play PSG, and it was just a very bad performance until 20th minute. Then we started to gain ascendancy, and we were trying to gain control. We stopped that um, pass from Mendes or Pacho to the midfield. We were trying to what do you call that? Cutting the passing lane, and we were able to do that. So we gained the possession in the mid, and we were just trying to keep the possession, and then we move forward, final third, and push it to final third, and then from the final third we were trying to make something happen, which didn't come, but we were gaining the control back, which was good to see. And then the wingers which PSG had started to defend. They had to double up on Saka, double up on Martinelli, so they were also pinned back. And we tried our best to get something out of the first half, but we couldn't. But however, it ended up pretty even first half, but I would say a little bit more towards PSG because they scored a goal in that strong possession and that momentum they had in the first half. So they did materialize into something, which was a goal, and it is a vital one. It is a one away goal, and it is just setting up nicely for them to invite pressure and invite press. Because now when you are down 1-0 down at home, you have to press, you have to take the game to the opponent, and this is what Arsenal did in the second half. We came out with some intent. And again, what happened was Declan Rice crossed the ball in as a set piece. Mikel Merino scored it, but it was offside. I thought it was a goal, but I was cautious because I know I've been haunted by these VAR decisions so many times, so I don't celebrate until I 100% know that it is a goal. So I didn't celebrate because I had this hunch of it being ruled out, which it did, and it was very disappointing. and I can pretty much assume it was for every single Arsenal fan, especially in the stadium, because when you get that euphoria and you get knocked back down, it is so annoying. It is so not justified, but it is what it is. Correct decision has been made, which was a offside. So we move now. In the second half, Arsenal tried to make some chances, but they couldn't make any mm, big chances because of how PSG was blocking Arsenal from the mid block and from the press. So with Trossard in, who doesn't have too much of body to shield it and twist it and try to make something out of the possession, it is very difficult for a 5'7" winger who is not whose physicality is not the best attribute. So it didn't work out that well for Arsenal, and then Martinelli had few chances in the game. He um, tried to curve it in on the far post. Same did Trossard. Saka tried as well, but didn't materialize into anything. Took If we took our chances well, we could have scored a one goal or two. But it is what it is. If you don't shoot, you don't score. They try to shoot it, but it didn't work out. It wasn't placed um, to perfection. That was what Donnarumma was expecting. He was having a very good game in PSG shirt. He saved very important goals. Could have been a goals. So yeah, very yeah, not as happy as I should have with those chances, but it is what it is. We move. One other thing which I need to mention, that Saka yellow card. Nuno Mendes was on his toes the whole game, and that yellow card was so not justified. He was 1v1 with the keeper. He won the ball fair and square. If that referee goes back and has a proper look, he would realize that he has made a horrendous decision, especially the linesman. He was right there, and he just waved his flag like a kid coming back from a school bus or something like that. I don't understand why he's doing that. I was so fumed at that point. It was like, what? What? Seriously? Like, you are the closest person to see what is happening. So you are the closest to the action, and still you're making the worst decision, which is a foul, and then it got doubled down with a yellow card. Very annoying. It is what it is. We move, and then in the end, it was PSG who had two shots, one from Barcola, one from Gonzalo Ramos, which they missed. If it would have been 2-0, that would have been very detrimental for Arsenal. But it is very good that we just able to secure 1-0 loss, and it's half time, so anything can happen. Still, obviously PSG advantage. All right, so in the end, we David Raya had some save to make, but overall, we didn't play worthy of winning. I have to be honest, but we'll take it to the next game, and we'll see how it goes there. Okay, so that was my analysis. Now I'll come back to the players which I think was very dangerous. PSG front three: Kvaratskhelia, Dembele, Desri, and Doué. They were trying to interchange. Dembele dropping back, that was a very good tactic. Played to perfection initially, then that was rectified by Arsenal, and we had an answer for that because we stopped PSG to have that ball through to Dembele. We intercepted every pass which they made, so that was good. However, if I talk about Arsenal, so Arsenal with Thomas Partey out, we had a very bad situation with him because we needed him as a deep lying midfielder, which Declan Rice have to play, and Marino had to drop down to Declan Rice's position to accommodate Trossard, who is not as physical. So this Thomas Partey being out has changed the dynamics of the game for Arsenal, and this played a very big role. However, he will be back in the next game, and we will have a much more better squad because Partey would be sitting in deep. Declan Rice would be a number six, so number eight, and he's so important for gaining the control back and pressing and everything. And Marino will be up top, so he will be retaining the ball, controlling and twisting. So it is very important for them to have Thomas Partey back. So that played a very big role in this game today. But it is what it is. PSG is going to be very difficult. Arsenal away. And yeah, it's 1-0. How PSG turned it around at Anfield. Hopefully, we can do the same. And I don't think we were outplayed by PSG, but yeah, they had a very good game against us. Not like any other team. It's just PSG is a very solid team, very good, very well drilled. Everyone is running hard, and everyone is tracking back. Everyone is occupying very specific positions, which a high quality match needs, because it's so much positional control. It was very high level quality of a game, which was very impressive. Now let's talk about Arsenal. Can we do it? Of course we can do it. It is just half time and we are just 1-0 down. With Thomas Partey back, I believe that will give more confidence, and Marino can go back to his original position, which is a striker, which is not a original position, but makeshift original. So we'll have our dynamics back, and yeah, advantage PSG, but it's not over yet. It's not over. Manchester United did it with Rashford's penalty. There has been cases where you have seen where outrageous things have happened, and I believe this time around as well we can do the same. We have a good team. I believe in this team, and let's go and try our best. Okay, but it is disheartening. Okay, let's be positive. That's the only thing we should do right now. And yeah, it's not over until it's over, boys. So let's go and hope we do something. That was it. And yeah, thank you very much for watching. Appreciate it.